You cannot be serious. Goblins working with Rookwood makes no sense.
It is rather unorthodox, to say the least.
Unorthodox? It's inconceivable. It's... Ah, Fig. You have a visitor. I'll see what I can find out.
Sir, I was able to search the restricted section while you were with Professor Black. It was a book we were after.
What? That's... Wait. You accessed the restricted section? But how? Thinking on it, perhaps it's best you spare me the details.
Fair enough. In fact, the book was below the restricted section as it appeared on the map.
I want to hear everything. First, let's have a look. Oh dear. Some of these pages seem to be missing.
Az durva.
It appears someone has got to the book before us. Still, I will need time to study what remains. Perhaps we can still salvage something useful, though it may take some time. I wonder why it was here, below Hogwarts.
I think I know, sir. I saw 2 more memories where I found the book.
Another pensive. Godric's heart.
The man we saw before, Percival Rackham, was a professor here. The first memory showed him and 3 other professors using ancient magic to restore a hamlet from a drought.
Miriam was right. And the second memory?
They were talking to a student who started as a 5th year, like I did. She could see traces of magic too.
Why those memories? Perhaps this book will explain. I'll have to take it with me to London. The headmaster has insisted that I speak directly to the minister about George's death.
Jó, menjél Londonba. Ja, hogy mi megyünk Londonba.
I understand. I'll see what I can learn about the missing pages while you're gone.
Good.
Ja.
Don't neglect your studies.
Ja, hogy nem
Your
megyünk
homework
vele
is
Londonba, én
improving
meg
by
már
the
azt
day.
hittem.
But you'll want to pay attention in herbology and potions. There's more to magic than spellcasting.
Jogos.
Plenty to keep me occupied while you're gone.
You've done exceptionally well. I look forward to seeing all that you've accomplished when I return. Oh, and don't neglect your friends. You may be surprised by how much you can learn from them as well.
Amúgy jogos, most már tudunk 2 új, tehát 2 új varázslat, ja nem, de tudunk több varázslatot is. Jó, teljesült, és 6-os szintűek lettünk. Jó. Zsír. Na szóval most mi a küldetés, tehát hogy így levelek elolvasása. Oké.
Meet me in Lower Hogsfield as soon as possible. I would like to talk to you about Rookwood and Harlow, and it might be best to do so outside of the castle.
Jó, oké. Na jó, most akkor Nati most küldött neked egy bagoly postát, melyben arra kért, hogy találkozz vele alsó Roxfield nevű faluban. Jó, térképet nem tudom megnyitni, mert hiába nyomkodom. Szutyi-mutyi. Tehát így marad ez az opció. Amúgy rájöttem, hogy valószínűleg lehetne több FPS-em is, hogyha nem streamelnék közben, de biztos Isten is, hogy nem fogok most ezért. Mindenféleképpen szeretnék streamelni. Ó, és ekkora a map. Jézus, hatalmas. Jézusom, ez egy hatalmas játék. Jó, és hova szeretném menni? A falvak olyan kis közösségek, amely szerte a világban találhatóak. Oké, alsó Roxfield falának minősül a falvakban új árusokat, hoppontokat, mellékküldetéseket és gyűjthető tartalmakat találsz.
Professor
Zsír.
Fig and Weasley have asked that I teach you an additional defensive spell. Please complete the assignments I have given you, and then proceed to see me in my classroom.
Oké, van annyi küldetésünk, mint állat. Oké. Tehát szerintem most akkor először is menjünk Natihoz.
Hello, Natty. How are you? I hope you've recovered from our rather eventful trip to Hogsmeade.
I am well, but I have been worried about you, my friend. With Ranrock and Rookwood and Harlow after you?
I'm all right at the moment.
We did not speak about it at the time, but I am hoping now you might tell me why they were looking for you.
Na, gyerünk, mondd meg neki. Jó, mondjuk el
They
neki.
want something that Professor Fig and I found at Gringotts.
When were you at Gringotts?
Just before we came to Hogwarts. In fact, it's why I was late to the sorting ceremony. A portkey brought
Lehet,
us
hogy
there
ő még
after the dragon
segíteni fog
attacked our
nekünk, ezt most
carriage.
elmondjuk.
What on earth?
There's one more thing. It's a bit odd, if I'm honest. Professor Fig says I have a rare connection to a powerful form of ancient magic.
Is that the magic you used fighting the trolls in Hogsmeade?
I think so. I'm still learning, but I can see traces of it, and I've cast magic I can't otherwise explain. I know that's a lot to absorb.
It is. And I will have more questions. For now, it is safe to say that Rookwood and Harlow are a threat to both of us. To all of us. Which is why I wanted to speak to you. I realized something that day in Hogsmeade. You displayed such courage fighting that troll. And Serona wasn't intimidated one bit by Rookwood and Harlow. Both of you have inspired me to take a stand of my own.
What sort of stand?
Men like Rookwood and Harlow are the reason my mother and I left Matabeleland. I am not going to sit by and watch them destroy my new home.
Jó, támogassuk.
Good. Rookwood and Harlow are a dangerous pair. And the fact that they're working with Ranrock, well,
All the more reason they must be stopped. Rumor has it that Theophilus Harlow runs Rookwood's day-to-day operations. Taking him down would cripple Rookwood's entire enterprise.
that may be true. But shouldn't Officer Singer handle someone like Harlow?
I spoke with her. She was polite, but perhaps understandably would not discuss details with a student. I overheard some of Rookwood's lot talking about a massive poaching operation that Harlow is planning. I was thinking that we could investigate a bit, try to get the evidence that Officer Singer needs.
All right. But how?
I am going to watch and listen, find out precisely what Harlow is up to. I shall reach out when I know more. In the meantime, remember, I am here if you need me.
Thank you, Natty.
They must have come this way. Think!
Oké.
I've no idea who it is you think I might have seen. I've been busy with my research. I do not have time to...
Victor
Menjetek
Rookwood
már, nem?
don't give a doxy's nip back your time. Oi! Speak of the devil. Mr. Rookwood would like a word with you.
A student? You can't be...
Enough out of you. Leave her alone.
Stupefy!
Jó.
I'll have taken your life.
Fajtoltunk egy kicsit.
I shall kill you for this when I get down from here!
A baj, most nincs több izém, amivel bánthatnám őt. Azt rohadt! Bocsánat, csak hogy ezt nagyon kapták. Jó, Mr. Rookwood, vagy...
I'll watch the light go out of your eyes.
Ja nem, anyád milyen cucca van, azt ellophatom? Oké, minden út mutató egy új ellenség típussal bővült. Az ellenségekről értékes információkat tudhatsz meg, mint például bizonyos varázslatokkal szembeni gyengítségeiket. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Szeretném ezt kicserélni erre. Hogy felgyújtsalak.
I'm not going anywhere with you.
You'll take this student over my dead body! Amateur!
Nem, gyerünk!
That's what you got!
Jó, gyerünk. Ketten vannak ellenem.
Don't think you're going to get out.
Jó, szeretném a cuccát. Szeretném annak a piros embernek a cuccát.
What on earth just happened? I've never been accosted in such...
Are you all right?
I am, thanks in no small part to your excellent defensive skills. Care to tell me why two Ashwinders were ready to dispatch me to get to you?
Ashwinders?
Victor Rookwood's thieves and extortionists, his little cronies. They seemed quite keen on you.
Nem
It's a
fogok
long
neked mondani
story,
semmit.
but thank you for your help.
Well, you've avoided them for the moment. Priya warned me things were getting dangerous. Best get moving on my research before they return.
Az jó.
You mentioned someone named Priya.
Yes, my wife. She's the one who piqued my interest in Merlin. Gave me a book when we were students at Hogwarts. Typical hard-working Hufflepuff.
Azt hitt, hogy a
Brilliant
felesége?
potioneer. Has her own shop in Knockturn Alley. She's a travelling vendor. Hears what's going on in the Highlands before I do.
You're a researcher.
Nora Treadwell at your service. Historian and archaeologist specialising in Merlin's work and life.
Jó. Melly létezik.
I thought that Merlin and the tales about King Arthur's court were a myth.
Mere myth. You're lucky Sir Cadogan didn't hear you. Chatters on endlessly about his connection to Merlin from his portrait at Hogwarts. Merlin attended Hogwarts, you know, and I'm studying some curious fixtures he left here centuries ago.
Fixtures?
These vine-covered pillars, dozens of them, all around the area. I've taken to calling them the Trials of Merlin. I believe he created them as a diversion for his fellow Slytherins. He was terribly fond of puzzles and enigmas.
I can
It is
see why you're
lenyűgöző
so interested
amúgy.
in Merlin. I'd be keen to know more about the trials.
Well then, I'll let you in on a little secret. No one has yet managed to figure out how they work. But I believe I have just unlocked a crucial clue. I suspect that Mallowsweet is an important component in getting the trials to work.
Mallowsweet?
Versatile herb. Merlin repeatedly mentioned it in his writings. I had just arrived to test my theory when I was so rudely interrupted. You see, each swirl in Merlin's writing has a symbol in the center. That started me thinking, what if...
The Mallowsweet is meant to be placed at the center of the symbols.
Precisely. Would you care to do the honors? We can see what comes of our little hypothesis.
Mi
I
lettünk
brought
a
a
kísérleti
chock
alanyok.
full of Mallowsweet with me. It's just over there by my tent.
Oké, nézzük meg, hogy ez mit tud, aztán akkor lezárom a streamet. Csak hogy nézzük már meg, mi lesz ennek a vége.
Yes, take plenty, even if you already have some.
I have the Mallowsweet.
Lovely. Now, notice the vines on these pillars here, as well as a stone swell on the ground. Each trial has these features. Place the Mallowsweet on the swell, and we'll see what happens.
Jó, hova szeretnéd, hol helyezzem a májvát? Ja, ide. Oké, nem ide. De ezekre a kis cuccokra. Hát ezt jól elszórtuk.
My word, did you see that? The vines disappeared.
What should I do now?
This is uncharted territory. I am curious about these
Revelios.
Oké, ez nem ért semmit a rebéli. Értitek? Várjál, őket be kell gyújtani. Hát mi van, hogyha begyújtom őket?
Merlin's beard!
The flames make the pyre sink.
Jó, ez nem működött így. Tehát akkor be kell őket gyújtanom. Csak közelebb kell mennem. Oh. Már értem. De szép.
Yes, how beautiful!
Jó, és ott egy ilyen hologram szerűség.
What a day! I can hardly believe it.
Itt volt egy ilyen hologram szerűség amúgy. Jó, beszéljünk a nénivel.
I take it we can call that a success?
We can indeed. However, I now have even more questions. How does it work? I must review my notes. I may have missed something.
Are all of the trials like this one?
Oh, not precisely. Well, I think each has those telltale vines and the swirl on the ground. You should feel free to solve them as you come across them. I believe I have what I need to continue my research. My guess is that each will also require Mallowsweet, which you can find in Hogsmeade should you need more. I really must be off. Such a pleasure to meet you. And
Jó,
do
hát-
be careful out here. Now, I've got what I needed. I shall return to the safety of my notes and books.
Jó. Megcsináltuk a Merlin próbáit. Haló? Jó. Hát ilyet én is akarok. Mennyivel könnyebb lenne bevenni a suliba. Nem kell szenvedned, busszal fogod, ezt beteleportálsz. Összeszeded a cuccaidat, ezt bemész a suliba. Jenő így néz ki a legjobban. Kicsit esetlen szegény, de hát azért durvábban néz ki, mint eddig. Na jó.